Because when it first started, like you said, the COVID transition, and it really slowed everything up. So trying to get my license transferred from Maryland to Delaware, I got trying to go through the town. It was crazy. But what I will say, God timing is perfect.
Have you graduated to the point of putting the 2 days on God's head?
Nah. It's lucrative business. I ain't trying to step on my toes, nothing. But to me, that's too materialistic. You know, I would rather deal with something on the inside rather than all this money and glamour on the outside. That's why a lot of people spend money to put on the outside because they're not validated on the inside.
That's what women do.
There are some men, babe, that I believe have self-conscious issues with themselves, just like women. The man that might be getting the toupee, he probably not at that place where he's ready to go bald yet. One of my brothers holding on to his braids. He need to cut them off, but he's not ready yet. I have 12 to 17-year-old, and so I implement life skills, trying to find a positive way to do everything. So I'll bring in speakers, I'll try to take them places, expose them to something different. My main thing is finding out what you're good at. Because usually when you know what you're good at and you really passionate about it, most of the time you're not going to waste time getting in trouble because of that thing, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's sports. So really trying to get them to hone in on that. Let them know, listen, you could be making money now. That's a big issue with them not having money like they want. So I come in, I'm a mom first, so the mom always kick in, but I know I'm not everybody's mom. But we dance around the house. We dance with each other.
You got a video around?
Man, I got a video of him. He put a suit on and a hat, and he started coming dancing sent from heaven.
No, on your phone.
Did you put that on Facebook?
That sound more like role playing.
Yeah,
know all those details.
you only know all that. But role playing ain't a bad thing.
Orange juice Jones.
This episode of the Art of Opinion podcast is brought to you by SGOD Home Improvement. God, about how I want to die. I just want to laugh to death. I want somebody to say something hilarious, and I just laugh.
I'm gonna be quiet then. I ain't gonna say too much then today.
No, it ain't gonna happen today.
No.
I'm being my
said that.
hundreds. Okay.
Ain't too much funny today.
Because I have a
Ain't too much
tendency
funny
to make
today.
people laugh. Like,
I just want my assignment to be done.
oh yeah, what we here
Yeah,
for?
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That purposeful thing.
I don't know what that is.
Yo, we rolling.
All right, let's roll.
Cool. So, welcome to another episode of the Art of Opinion podcast. I am Terrell James.
Andre.
You already know who it is.
Keep it short. You know what I'm saying? Keep it short.
I'm Joe Reezy. Joe Rock.
Joe Reezy.
Hey, Jock gave me that name.
But before we do that, we have two very special guests. Okay, now do it.
I'm Joe Reezy. They call me Joe Rock, but I did that for my homeboy Jock. So he used to call me Joe Reezy back in the day. So I throw some humor right there.
The introduction.
Nah, everybody barber.
Yeah, he cut my hair too. It's been a while, but he's cut my hair
I
too.
probably got the record though.
Yeah, Dre in there every week.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, I don't know.
Had in my heart, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris,
He do.
I'm not hearing you do that.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
the
not
headphones.
hearing you.
I'm on another.
Okay, but we good though.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's why I told you to listen for the audience.
Got you.
Oh,
Okay.
you got your own.
Yeah, I got my own.
We go. I almost made a joke I ain't supposed to make. I'll make it when the cameras go off.
Y'all
What, you
funny.
gonna set him outside?
yeah, you know what I was about to say.
Y'all driving the pod today. You know what I mean? I'm on the back end. You know what I mean?
Hey Dre, we drive the pod anyway, right?
You know what I'm saying? What he thought he was telling us.
I know,
Don't
right?
talk too much. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to talk.
We are overlooking the queen too.
I was just
I know
waiting
she didn't get no
patiently.
introduction.
I don't want to be joking. And stuff,
Or
you
we
know
just
what I mean?
saved the best for last.
We got some,
I like that.
Alright.
we got
I
some
like that.
royalty up in here that she
Yeah.
need to be speaking and telling people.
Hi, y'all. I am Ty Bolden. Happy to be here.
How you doing, Ty? Welcome.
Thank you. Doing pretty good.
Glad to have y'all here. You know what I mean?
Spending y'all Saturday with us.
Yeah, because Dre
Yeah.
came up. He was saying a couple weeks ago, yo, I'm going to get you over there. But I didn't know when. But when the opportunity came, I said, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
You know, we usually do it on Sunday, so
Right.
you know, we had to pick another day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I appreciate this.
Huh?
Why couldn't we do this? Why we couldn't do something?
I mean, they got their Sunday obligations,
time?
church and
Church?
early. We be in here like
We can't
9:30.
come before
Oh,
God.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We can't come before God.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But we be done early. We
understand.
be done by 11:30.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah, it's early. It's
Yeah.
early.
Well, you know,
I was about to say, I'm done here by about 11:30.
okay. It's all good.
Right.
if anybody gonna be absent,
Present.
Yeah, I got to go to the moon today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a shame.
I be having meetings on the moon, though. That's the thing. You know,
Who's
so
on the moon?
See what I mean?
Okay.
What I'm talking about? They don't happen everywhere to everybody.
funny.
For grace with y'all presence. We know y'all busy. Y'all could be doing other things.
Yeah, especially on a Saturday. It's a big day for barbers.
Yeah.
Well, to put it in perspective, man, after 30-some years, man, I start real early and get out at about 12 o'clock. So,
Oh, well, that's good.
that's
I'm
great.
always the last one.
Always the last one, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be like, if Dre not here, babe, by 11:30, like Dre, I have to wait. Especially if we have plans.
And he probably like, he coming though.
Yeah, he coming.
Yeah, Dre said
He
he
ain't
coming.
called me yet, so he
Dre, babe, come on.
30-some years, man.
That's
Yeah,
a
man.
nice amount of time.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Me,
Dre said that.
30-some years.
Professionally.
Professional.
Yeah, professionally, because it started like 15, man, underneath the tree over back Brooklyn or Birdie House. So that's where it started.
And you 62 now, so.
No,
You need to stop.
50. Well,
to
you know
stop.
what? I saved that one. But I'll be 51 this year in June.
Oh, man, that's what's up, man. Just think of the people that didn't make 15.
That's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's amazing to be
How
able
many
to.
heads would you say you would cut over the years?
You said what now?
How many different heads you think you cut over the years? If you had to put a number.
Man, it's
Thousands.
Man, you figure, man, when I was in barber school, I used to work in Bowie. So I was up there for a while, and then I was in Preston when I came down here, and I had a couple other different locations during the time before I'm at now. So it's been a multitude of people.
Yeah.
I was in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, he was in the kitchen. He was in the kitchen. I'm telling you,
I'm high up on the list. I'm trying to tell you.
How's inflation affected your pricing?
You said what?
How's inflation affected your pricing?
Well, I mean, it's just like anything. It's just like a wave. You know what I mean? We gotta balance everything out. You know what I mean? So it's then people, you don't want to overcharge stuff like that. You want to be considerate because I got a lot of like females with the little boys, so I'll be considerate of those too. So just try to make it work for everybody and be
Try to be considerate
Old
but
school.
competitive, though.
facts.
A couple barbershops you go to these days, you think you're going to buy a Bugatti up in there joint.
Yeah.
Last time I got my hair cut, I was $150 out of my pocket.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
No, I mean, I wouldn't do that because I know how hard it is out here in the world. So I'm not trying to rape nobody or get over on nobody. I'm just be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, sheesh.
Yeah.
I started cutting my own hair. I said, man, it
I know. I did too. I started cutting my own. But COVID made me start.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in my boy was cutting my hair. He lived like about 2 minutes from me. But where he worked, he wasn't like an official barber. He just knows how to cut hair.
Right.
and he was but where he worked, he was essential. He had to go to work and there was like a lot of people in there. I said, I ain't taking no chances.
Right.
So I'm sitting there about a month and a half go by, my head just getting, I'm like, well, I got clippers and we ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And I got the guards. Let me just see what I can do. And I
There you go.
cut my
What was
hair.
I doing, right?
Yeah.
You was still there.
A lot of people actually either started cutting their hair, letting their hair grow. And he made the transition to move the barbershop to our home once the pandemic happened, because we were talking, we like, babe, we got space, right? We need to go to the town, see if we can, put your business here, and eliminate all that overhead. And then you don't have to cut as much. And we went about things the right way, and everybody gave us a yes, which was favor, because in some areas, certain zones, you can't even have that type of business. Yeah.
Yeah, residential and commercial.
Exactly.
And then
Because of
people got rights. People got rights in the area.
Oh, yeah.
They want you to have a public bathroom.
Yeah,
Type of thing,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff, especially when dealing with hygiene. Or
Exactly.
anything, like any type of beautician type of.
There you go. Yeah.
And the timing was perfect, though. We had this extra room we didn't use, and when people, they got somebody come in and add the bathroom, and
Right.
we did the painting, and we did a lot in
Man,
there.
but for real, because when it first started, and it was like you said, the COVID transition, and it really slowed everything up. So trying to get my license transferred from Maryland, Delaware, I got to send in applications, or to get people on the line, and it was a whole. And then trying to go through the town and trying to get. It was crazy. But what I will say, God timing is perfect.
Right.
It worked right out. It was perfectly.
I love your ability to adjust and to pivot too, because there were so many people, in 2020, they lost a lot of money. they lost their minds, and because they didn't know
More
what
than
to
the money.
do.
A lot of shops
But
closed up.
exactly, yeah. And but you pivoted.
But you know what?
You figured it out.
It's funny you said that because before I was gonna leave, they wanted me to stay in Federalsburg. They was gonna give me some money to stay, but if they gave me the money to stay, I had to stay for 5 years.
Oh man.
And I didn't want that on my back.
Nah.
So I was thinking, I was already in the transitional mode, like, I'm going home anyway.
Right.
So I made that transition, man, and I sat down for a couple of months and got all this stuff together, and boom.
Terrell, you said something key. You was like, people were losing their mind. One of the things I said to him and our whole household, I said, we are not going to lose our minds during this pandemic. We got things we can do together as a family.
Right.
We called ourselves quarantining because we were taking on projects around the house. You know, I'm like, we're not going to get on each other's nerve, but we can get a lot done. He got his book. He started writing his book, and I helped him get his book done.
Did you bring it?
Did you bring the book, babe?
Did you bring
I
us a
told
book?
you.
Oh man.
Well, you can at least let everybody
Sing
know
it to
where
the
to get it.
choir.
We got stuff-
And I've been meaning to
But
say
I'm
it
coming
all
back over
week
here again
too.
anyway. I'm coming back over here.
Yeah.
I'm coming back over here.
Bring all the books that
We got
day.
stuff in the memo that y'all got to start bringing us gifts when y'all.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
It's funny because Dre, you remember when you came down? Remember I showed you that thing with the Ready and all those different brands. I was going to bring all that.
Oh yeah.
I was going to
should've,
bring
man.
all of that.
I
But
should've said
like,
something, too.
But like I said, I mean, I didn't really know how it was going to be, format and stuff like that. So this is a rough draft. So yeah,
Yo,
man.
this is it right here.
It's raw. It's
Oh yeah,
here.
raw.
It is
Raw.
here.
Yeah, I like that.
Look,
But,
man, next time just bring whatever, and if we can't use it, then just
Yeah.
leave it in the car.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah, that's true,
We
too.
more than likely will be able to.
Yeah.
So yeah, you.
When your clippers, do you keep an extra pair of clippers in the car?
Nah, but I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on, let me get y'all right. Let me get y'all. Hold on for a second, Dre. You gonna film
I see
me?
you at the supermarket or something.
You gonna film me on this one, Dre? I don't like talking about cutting the hair when I ain't cut the hair.
Right.
He doesn't.
Because everybody, I've run into a lot of people, and I'm telling you, and it's like playing with my intelligence for real. Because I see people I haven't seen in a while, man, you still cut hair, man. I got good shit up. Man, you ain't trying. Come on now, stop it. You know what I mean?
You probably this make, I don't know if this is your first time being on a podcast or anything like that.
Nah.
You know what I mean? But you've been a podcaster pretty much for 30 years.
Facts.
A barber is the first podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna
take
take.
the shop talk start. That's what
Podcaster, therapist.
It is
Check this out.
therapists.
Yeah.
For real.
I
Check this
tell
out.
them that.
Barbering was surgeons, doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I always look at it like this. Now you figure you fix your haircut, and then you wait till the irrigate fix the mom. You figure your hair is right there, everything right there. So every you fix your haircut, you fix your mom. Did it just?
Yeah.
For me, I'm used to going to old barbershops
Right.
where they gossip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Going to his barbershop is like you gonna walk out of there with something. You know what I mean? Type
Yeah.
of thing. Like,
Gems.
Yep.
we've always had every conversation that we've had in that barbershop has been positive conversations.
Always about solutions.
Every single time for real. So the environment, like I've been in there, it's been 8, 9 people in there, and only 2 people getting their haircut. Just people just sitting around just conversating.
Yeah,
and,
man.
You know
Oh
what I mean?
wow.
And not talking about that girl got kicked out last week. Like,
Right.
Ain't none of that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's a safe space and it is therapeutic. I be trying to get in the chair. He don't want my hair cut shorter. I be like, you can't even shake me up. I'm trying to get it shaped up. It's like, I want you to grow it back. I'm like, baby.
Come on, Rod, you gotta fade the queen down.
I'm working on it.
You gotta fade the queen down, man.
I'm working on
Let's
it.
not forget to mention that barbering is an art as well.
It is.
Oh man,
Oh
is
yeah.
it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to be an artist.
I mean, he had me bopping around that corner for real when I walk out.
Anytime somebody sit down in that chair. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Colors
Yeah,
like
man.
coloring.
Anytime you can improve the way this dude look.
Oh my goodness.
Our youngest son is learning how to cut hair.
Oh yeah.
So he can have something to fall back on. Wish all the boys would have taken it on, but the youngest one has jumped in, and that's something else he need to know how to do. So
I
when he
can't
does
see.
go to school, he can, you know what I mean, be
Right.
making some money.
You gotta
You
get
go to
trained.
school already. Do you have to go to school in order to get certain licenses? and
Yes,
stuff like
in
that?
Maryland you do.
Yeah.
Because in Delaware you can just work in a barbershop. As long as somebody got license, you can work up under them. But Maryland is more stricter.
So if I wanted to if I had a room, like say like this room in my house, and I just wanted to put a barber chair up, I can't cut and charge money for it?
No.
You can
You're
charge.
not supposed
House on
to.
property?
You're not supposed to.
Don't get caught.
Yeah.
Somebody could tell on you and they can
You
run in here.
going to
and-
jail.
Yeah.
They'll fine you for everything. That's what they do. They'll fine you for not having a comb, the cleaner, paper towel. I'm serious.
remember I had to go to court?
Isn't it like $500
Yeah.
for each
So what's the
item you don't
difference-
have?
so what's the
Wow,
difference in
really?
that? And just say I got 6 boys, and I used to cut all my boys' hair.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I mean?
good.
And I
That's
still cut
different.
their hair. So what's the difference in that?
You ain't charging them.
Being that I'm not,
You're not charging them.
I'm not charging
And check
them.
this out. check this out. Ain't nobody reporting you. Ain't nobody reporting you.
Oh, okay.
Would it be that he's not using certain chemicals either?
But if he cutting his cone kids, ain't nothing. But if somebody's reporting him, that's taking money from somewhere
Well,
else.
if
I've
he's-
cut a couple of my homies' hair before too. You know what I mean? Like And
But that's
some of
not
my
illegal.
That's not
friends
different.
and stuff like that. I'm just saying.
You
like,
going down.
They say, okay, I'm gonna give you $25 for cut my hair or anything like that.
When you cutting
I
it,
think once you'd have
going to
made over
jail.
5,000, that's what they want you to start reporting.
If somebody
when you gonna cut
reporting
your
you.
son's
Yeah.
hair again? When you gonna cut your son's hair
Kids might
again?
owe me that much.
You know the other thing about barbers, you know what y'all do too? Y'all are responsible for a lot of men cheating. Listen, it's the truth. You get the nice haircut, the shape up, and you walk out there, you look like a brand new man. And then the ladies are like, yo, you know, they...
Well, that's when they leave out the door, that's on them.
So, I mean, in some circles, y'all are heroes because of that.
yeah.
Not my circle. I'm a married man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
not my circle. But
Boy, that Joe Rock, boy.
I don't want to.
I got FOMO.
They don't like to talk about cutting hair when they work in the shop. So one more thing. Have you graduated to the point of putting the toupees on guys' heads and stuff?
Nah. I'm old school, man. I mean, it's lucrative business. I mean,
I can see that. It's all over the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, see that a lot of times I ain't trying to step on my toes, nothing. But to me, that's too materialistic. That's I would rather deal with something on the inside rather than all this money and glamour on the outside. That's why a
Women
lot of
do
people
that.
spend money to put on the outside because they're not validated on the inside.
That's what women do.
I thought about it one time. I thought about it one time when I seen somebody get the.
We real on
I
here.
seen somebody.
Did you see the reaction?
We real on here.
Well, no,
Man, I thought about it one time because
It's a
for a long
serious-
time my hair been cutting itself.
You thought about what?
The toupee.
And I don't
No, I
always.
just looked at. I think.
Hold on, you say you think about getting a toupee?
No.
I think
Yes,
that's
you
what.
are.
He,
I
that's
said I
what.
was looking at it one time.
I can't wait till he comes on here. The first
Oh
show
my
after he
gosh.
gets his toupee.
Man, yeah.
But let the
Man.
queen jump in.
Yes,
and
let the
I don't
queen
say
jump
that in a way where I act like that, but I know my worth now.
Yes, you do.
But I wanted to say, Dre, we might be family, so that's the only reason why. I think he's my cousin on my mom's side. But I was gonna say about there are some men, babe, that I believe have self-conscious issues with themselves, just like women, you know. So the man that might be getting the toupee, he probably not at that place where he's ready to go bald yet. You know, one of my brothers holding on to his braids, and he need to cut them off, but he not ready yet.
Not my problem where my hair started cutting itself.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because
got me early.
that's your perspective, you know, that it could be materialistic. And there are a lot of people that are materialistic and they feel like fixing the outer fixes everything, but it doesn't. And I need to comment on Mr. Terrell about these men cheating after leaving the barbers. That's an inner issue. There ain't no barber issue. That's the inner issue. What makes you wander and all that type of stuff. But it's something they got to work on within. It could be struggles and all that. But they held accountable for themselves because as long as,
That's cool. I mean, you know, the shape up ain't gonna stay like that forever.
It's not.
Stop it.
You're gonna lose the side chick when your hair start growing back. you
Stop
know?
it. My barber is a professional.
yes.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something because I knew you were coming. I spent extra time on my shape up this morning.
Oh my God.
You ain't take it back too far.
Wow.
But listen, man,
You come see me, man.
I'm gonna tell you something about this guy. The first time I met him, he came in the barbershop in Fredericksburg, and we was rapping. I don't know if you know it or not, but I said, "Boy, this dude is driven." You know what I mean? I said, that's what I was cutting his hair. I was like, this
How you say
dude is driven. Cause you from the city.
How many jobs they got?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then and for you to move like from the city and down in this area is slower. So I'm like, this dude different right here. You know what I mean? And I knew he was like grinding. He had a mindset on something. I was like, yo, this dude all right.
I
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
that,
So I
man.
just want to let you know that.
I appreciate that, man.
My
Really
cousin
do.
was talking about you yesterday.
Yeah.
He was like, "What's that? I was like, yeah. He said, man, he was my boxing trainer.
Who was that?
My cousin Trey Acree.
I meant to.
Trey.
Oh, that was Trey.
Yeah.
I meant to ask who that was leaving because he waved at me and I was like, "What's up?" But I couldn't
Shout
tell
out
who
to
it was.
Cousin.
Yeah, that's my man. That's my man.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Cool as a fan.
He said, no, you know what I mean? He was like, I knew him. He was my boxing trainer. I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah,
Are you still
I could tell the
training?
face. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'm doing. So I haven't. My boxing team is in DC.
Okay.
I haven't been doing a whole lot of like training with boxing. I'm doing Krav Maga more so now, which is a form of combat. But it's a very, very violent form of combat. It's probably the most violent form of combat. But we are some of the most peaceful people on earth. We don't want to fight. Matter of fact, I even teach people how to run.
Wow.
I can teach you how to run, how to get up out of there, how to identify when to run.
I ain't running.
I don't know, because if one black person run, we all run.
Hey, look.
Wow.
Yeah. I ain't running either. I'm also a firearms instructor too.
Okay.
So I ain't running either.
Well, I asked that because with me working with adolescents, some of them, they fighting just because, and they need some discipline. That's why I was asking if you were instructing.
I'm definitely still doing it, and I love teaching children for that reason. Because I've had conversations where people are like, you're teaching aggression. And I'm like, no, my kids do not fight. I'm teaching discipline.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
know, and also teaching you to put your pride to the side. So I got, a lot of, the kids, and I say my kids, it's been a while since I've actually had a group of kids that I was teaching, but they were, they would get into little situations and be like, you know what? I don't want no problems. That's one of the things I always teach them. I don't want no problems. Throw your hands up. I don't want no problems.
Teach it to me.
And if you could get into the schools, they don't have assemblies like they used to. But if you could get in an assembly and you got kids out there, because all the schools are having issues with kids fighting for no reason. And then social media don't help because they want to record it and post it. It's just a mess. But they're missing the discipline.
For no reason, what do you mean? they fight for no
It's
reason?
somebody say something, look at them wrong, or just a post. They fighting on site. They doing this on site type thing. I don't know what they're trying to prove, but they're very hostile, angry. I have a couple young men that I work with. They don't like each other just because somebody not cool with somebody else. So when they see each other, they just fighting. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a cultural shift.
That
is.
too.
Man.
That too.
It is. It's ridiculous.
What as the elders and people that came from a certain situation or a certain neighborhood or anything like that, what can we do as because you said you teach adolescents, like how do you
I work with them.
In what capacity do you work with them?
So I have 12 to 17-year-olds, and so I implement life skills, trying to find a positive way to do everything. So I'll bring in speakers, I'll try to take them places, expose them to something different. My main thing is finding out what you're good at. Because usually when you know what you're good at and you really passionate about it, most of the time you're not going to waste time getting in trouble because of that thing, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's sports. So really trying to get them to hone in on that. Trying to even let them know, listen, you could be making money now. You don't, because that's a big issue with them not having money like they want. But so I come in, I'm a mom first, so the mom always kick in, but I know I'm not everybody's mom. But the thing is, my husband has this saying, and it's so true. Everything starts at home. So even though it's not home when they come, I still try to build a foundation on just a positive way to do everything. Somebody might have did you wrong, but still you can choose to do something else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to resort to the violence and the bullying and, because it's an identity crisis with the youth. So
Is there a way to like see the telltale signs when someone is dealing with something on the outside that maybe bother them that could cause some of that violence or some of that violent nature in their mental?
Oh yeah, in their homes, like y'all know. Now we got beatings. We were punished, but we're in a time now where kids are not getting disciplined. They're getting $800 phones, the latest shoes, no reprimand. There's no regard for authority. They don't care about the police. I mean, we picked with the police, but we still had a reverence. Like, we know we wasn't trying to get in trouble. It's just a different era that we're in. And like I said, social media don't help. But what are the elders doing? They stand out the way instead of saying, y'all not going to do this. Remember the village? Remember your neighbor could say something to you if you got in trouble?
Yeah. Yes.
Now there's no village. And when we don't have the village and that every home looks different, okay, we are a 2-parent home. That's not everybody's case. Don't mean you can't be a success story.
Right.
He's a witness. Growing up, both his parents passed away like 7 months apart. And it was nothing but, drugs and, all the stuff that he came from. So I tell kids, you really don't have no excuse, whether you got 1 parent, 2 parent with the grandparent or whatever. But it's so broad, the issues. There's not one solution. There's not one fix all. But one thing we can't do is sit back and not do anything. Like, we're at a place now, we're trying to come up with solutions, because there are so many problems and we're trying to figure out our lane for what we're about to launch, because we know we can't do everything. But it is a honor to be able to speak life into somebody's youth or just encourage them to, hone in on their gift or their craft or whatever, to try to avoid trouble. Because my main job 3 years ago, my job was to keep kids from being taken from their homes and sent to detention centers. And I had a good turn rate. Like, most kids did what they were supposed to do. They complied. They went to court. They followed their probation. They came to me. They did their community service. But it's so many issues, man. I could go on and on. I'm so passionate about that. But everything does start at home. Because, like, you can have structure. I was just going to say this one thing. You can have structure. You can have a good program, but then they go home to the same
Bad
stuff.
situation.
Right.
Do you think that at some point in time, us as parents became part of the problem?
Oh, yeah.
Because with like you said, going back to where back in the day, back when I was younger, I don't know how old. You're
51.
Yeah,
I'll be 46. I ain't no shame.
Somebody here older than me.
We're on the same age. Like,
Baby
when
Dre.
we was coming up, like you said, the neighbors could say something. The neighbors could put their hands on you at some point in time. I remember being in school and the teachers could put their hands on you. You know what I mean?
Paddles.
Yeah. So, but when did it come to the time where parents start saying, "Don't put your hands on my child"? You know what I mean? Or don't touch my child in school. Don't talk to my child like that.
Probably when the parents started getting younger.
That's true.
That's when it started.
I would say that.
You know what I mean? Where how these kids bad. These kids running around the supermarket. You want to tell them like, look, stop running in the supermarket when you fall butt your head.
Right.
But the minute you say that, the parent be like, who you talking to?
Right.
Don't talk to my child like that. And now we get ready to get into
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? I think that played a lot into it. So what?
Terrell said it. The parents are getting younger.
Yeah.
And my moms are young. We grandparents, but our kids got rules.
We all are grandparents in here.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy.
Okay.
I love my grandbabies.
I love mine too.
Me too.
But you know what? You know what's scary?
35 years old grandpa.
You know what's scary?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Not me,
When you
but- not me, no,
I thought you said when you were 35.
But I've seen it. I've seen people grandparents at 35
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Right.
crazy.
You know what's real scary? Me and Dre talk about this all the time when we come to the shop every once in a while. See, like when we was like in grade school, getting out of high school, it was crack and it was weed. That's all. So we kind of aged. We jumped over the pill, the heroin, the fentanyl. See, these kids is on these pills. What it's going to do is going to age them. So when it's aging them with no purpose. In 5 years, these kids gonna check out here. You see how serious this is?
Yeah, man.
These kids. See, I'm 50 years old, so I always look at it like this. I look at it like we living from 0 to 100. So you figure we got to get done, but we're gonna get done in that time frame. So you think about it from the beginning of time to each one of us coming into this world at different times. We only get 100 years. So when we check up out of here, it's then into forever. So we got a small window to get this right. A small window to get this right. So that's why I say, man, as long as we live righteous, not perfect, but disciplined, like you said a while ago, and I think it'll extend our life here because we got a job to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many issues with our youth. And you do have to be mindful, because I'll give you an example. We be at these sporting events, and you can. I don't like nobody saying nothing to my kids, but I try to just tell them focus on your game, because when it's your kid out there, you don't want people. And I'm just giving that example because we were leaving the game we're trying to leave with our grandkids and there's a brawl.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't even walk out,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Just talked about something like that happened around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Everywhere.
we had to get escorted out the
Back to school.
Oh man.
and it was just cops coming from everywhere. My point is, it was young people on site. They see somebody don't like this because you go to another school or you are from another block or whatever, and y'all just don't like each other. You don't even know why you don't like each other. And so that incident, you know, it was crazy. It was just crazy. But there's so many issues. The main thing is with us, we are responsible for our own. And then I got nieces and nephews that I'm on. You know, I got little cousins that I'm on. And so even though we not in a time where we can just say anything to anybody's kid, but there has to be something in place. We can't just sit back and let them run amok in the streets, in the schools, you know. But it's so broad, like there's so many things to touch on when it comes to the youth.
I don't think it's a lot of stuff for kids to do.
No,
That's the main thing.
We used to be able to go to basketball courts and you
Yeah.
know take trips to amusement parks and
Yeah.
you know stuff like that. You know, church events. Like I remember, you know, that's what churches used to do a lot. They used to have
And
like,
we still
bus
do.
trips.
On Wednesdays.
Yeah. Yeah, and we still do that. Like the nonprofit I work for, we take the kids on college tours. They went and like we had like 50, it was like 30 young people and 20 adults. Took them to Alabama and they went to Atlanta. They went on the tour for Dr. King just to see what our people went through, right? The
Right.
struggle and all that. But we do a lot, taking them to NBA games, exposing them to different things. So we do a lot with them.
Go ahead, shout
That's
out
what's up.
that foundation.
Oh yes, Maneri's Dream Alliance, founded by Don Sella Wilson, Paul too. They are phenomenal. Yeah, we do a lot of great things. We got a great team, and then even our own church, International House of Worship, we have a really great youth department, and we're just trying to help build them up, find purpose. But we do a lot of things.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Who's the pastor?
We need more of that.
Yes, Pastor Ellison. Yeah, and his sister is the
What do y'all
co-pastor.
do to kind of bring the youth in? How do y'all get them away from the Xboxes and PlayStations or from the streets or
Listen.
you know?
I'm very competitive. I'm like, man, I can't dunk, but I'll tell them I'll dunk on them or I'm going to shoot in your face. So you just got to find the bait. For some, it is basketball. Some, it is the football. Some that are into, you know, whether it's boxing or cooking. You find that thing that they like.
So you meet them where they are.
Yeah,
Right.
That's important.
I never was about their record because I would get kids that stole cars that used to come to my former program. They were stealing cars, they were robbing, they were doing all that. But they would come to me and they was like, "Who is this?" I never cared about what was on the record. I'm like, who are you really? Like, what do you want to do? What are you good at? And that was debate.
Right.
Like, you got greatness in you. What? They ain't never heard that.
Right.
They never heard you can do better. You never have to walk across the floor of a jail, you know, stuff like that. They're always told, oh, you can be just like your brother, your dad, or, you know, stuff like that. So you have to change their narrative and give them a different view. Let them see something else. It's a big world, and some of these kids think getting to 25 is old.
This episode of the Art of Opinion podcast is brought to you by SGOD Home Improvement, your trusted partner for all of your home renovation needs. Are you ready to upgrade your living space? From seamless gutter installations to GAF certified roofing solutions, we specialize in turning your vision into reality. Whether it's a complete kitchen remodel or bathroom renovation, our team is here to make your home improvement dreams come true. Visit sgodhomeimprovement.com or call 571-275-7959 to schedule your consultation today. SGOD Home Improvement, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Shout out to my man Vince.
Tell me about it.
I'm gonna tell you something that I've experienced. Like coming from what you're talking about. Like a lot of these kids, they don't have people to do stuff like that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We had like really strong mothers or grandmothers. Or,
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I say that because I said it before. Everything that I've ever learned good came from a woman.
Wow.
So a lot of these people, you know, be around other men and boys and have to, you know,
put on.
I'm hard. You know what I'm saying? I got to prove myself.
Yeah.
But it's always a woman that'll come through and it turn you into a puppy. Because they want to know you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And men just want you to be hard or be a player or, you know, hustler or, you know what I mean, do this. Everything is bad though, you know. But every time a woman try to tell you something, it's like, oh, don't wear that because it ain't what my uncle said. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's why that balance is important.
Yeah.
You know, that's why. How long have you all been together?
24 years.
55.
How many?
It'll be 24 years.
Married.
Married 24 years.
Don't ask me questions about them. Because they always get me in trouble.
But the reason I was asking is because, like, we need more examples of this right here. You know, this black unit, this family being together and that longevity. Because you don't really see that too often, you know. For you to say that you all have been together that long, that's amazing.
So our oldest would be 28. So we've been involved in each other's lives for 29, but like really growing. I would say he said it going strong. Really, these last 24. Really, like the focus has shifted. Growing up, you know, cause we ain't doing that back and forth stuff. You know what I mean? Like you got to know where you want to be at and what you want to do. And
Great kids too.
Say it again.
Ooh.
Great kids.
Yeah.
You do got great kids, man.
We do.
But
Like,
you know what? It starts at home.
It does.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Wow. It's
I thought you was going to bring Kareem through here, yeah.
We're all in
Ocean City.
relationships. I'm married. He's married. He's in a relationship. You might as well say he's married. Give us some.
No, he ain't doing that common law. You better go and marry that girl.
Yeah, I don't know what they waiting for.
You better marry that girl. Listen, Dre, I was singing at the wedding. Go ahead and book it. Go ahead,
word?
Go ahead and get that girl a ring.
You going to sing today?
I did it.
I was
Maybe.
going to ask you if you sing, and the reason I was going to ask you that because for the first
Son.
part you were holding on to the mic.
And that's what singers do.
Yeah, that's why I was going to ask you that. Okay.
So I'm going to tell you,
I'm trying to get some knowledge. You know?
Yeah, thank you.
I heard
We
it.
can
He tried to
barely
get in.
hear you.
That is true. That is. I think that's the point. We can't hear you.
We can't
in
really
here.
hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
So be
you
quiet.
You got the floor.
Give us some secrets of longevity.
I'll say one thing. Pull in the same direction or you're going to pull apart.
That's a mouthful right there. You
That
have
is.
to be going in the same direction. Now, you know, female, we're going to
last night,
elaborate.
you know what she said? Hold on, babe.
Is that the same thing as being equally yoked? Because I hear that a lot.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what the kids.
Equally yoked.
Yeah, you got to be
You hear that a
equal.
lot. I hear that a lot when they say you.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be equally yoked.
Yes.
oh,
Communicating. If you can't communicate, you can't
you know
see
what's
eye to
more,
eye.
you know what's more important than communication?
What?
Comprehension.
Understand.
Yeah, comprehend what they're saying. Yeah, so we were sitting in a bubble last night. It was an actual igloo
that was
with
nice.
lights, but it was really nice. And I'm like, and we were sitting there talking about like relationships.
winery?
Yeah, at the winery. Yeah.
You've been down there.
That was Eskimo.
I had a book release there.
Down Berlin.
Nice.
It's down Berlin, right?
Yeah. So it was really nice.
I thought I was going.
I know your spot.
He's sending it out to all his buddies since last night. Yo, you got to go here.
We are right now.
But the point is, anybody can communicate. How is it coming out? I never forget. I was on a call, and I'm gonna make it real short. A friend and her counterpart, and they were at it. Like I could feel it through the phone, and it didn't feel good. And I could hear. I'm telling you, God speaks, and He said, if it don't come out in love, it's gonna bring harm. And I had to say that to them, and saying it to them, I had to take it. You know, we got to take that. Like, so we're mindful of what we say and how we say. And he has his perspective, I have mine, but we can still reason. You know what I mean? We don't have to be at odds because we're on the same team. Like like you said, going in the same direction. Because if I'm pulling left and he's pulling right, it ain't gonna work.
He gonna pull
Gotta
with you
be
though,
going.
because you know what I'm saying. You know.
You
I
say
seen,
that again,
I seen you in action.
Baby Dre, what happened?
I
you the
seen
queen.
you in action.
What? Say it again.
I've seen him. And then she walk in and look at him. He like, all right.
Dre just starting a lot of stuff, man.
Dre does start stuff at our house. He really does. Yeah, I'm like, I'm like
I ain't say
Dre.
nothing, babe. I ain't say nothing.
So you know what you said. So you said communication is important. You said even more than communication, comprehension.
Comprehension.
Yeah.
So I think also what's important, and I want to talk to y'all about this too, is understanding that you won't always understand.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah.
Agree to
You know?
disagree.
Yeah, but sometimes even agreeing to disagree still leaves you feeling a certain way about what you're disagreeing about, you know, and sometimes it's hard to move past that. So let's talk about, I want to talk about that with you all, especially you all being together so long and so strong. You know, how is it when you all have a disagreement and you just realize, okay, you're going to feel how you feel, you're going to feel how you feel. How do we move past this?
It's been times, you know what I mean, like that. And see, we process information differently, and I'll be quiet. You know what I mean? Or I do something, and then she might be trying, and then we come back and we'll meet, and then we understand each other, and then we squash it and let it go. But it starts with understanding.
Really not going to bed angry. Like, even if it's uncomfortable, I'm like, babe, this is dumb. I call them dumb moments because you can't get them back. And I'm like, we vowed that we're going to have fun together and have a good time. But everything ain't fun. There are seasons where it's hard. You know, like you said, we thinking differently, but we have a goal. The goal is peace. The goal is love. And the goal is we're in this together.
And honoring God.
Yeah, we definitely honor God. And we want to be great examples for our kids. Not that we try to be perfect, and we share stuff with them. We have uncomfortable. Here's the thing. You got to prepare for uncomfortable conversations with each other. Avoiding them don't fix it.
No, it doesn't. So,
because I think we both came into, I'm 5 years younger, but I was always mature for my age, and I knew what I wanted. And so in the beginning, we didn't really know. We didn't have examples to look at, but we even learned growing all this time, you can't look at other people's relationships because everything look good in pictures.
That's how they do things.
Somebody said that to me. Oh, everything looks good in pictures. I'm like, yeah, but and so it ain't about putting on. We can be real and honest and transparent, and that's what we are with each other. And even when I'm feeling like, he don't understand. Remember you read something I wrote and you said, what did you mean by that? Do you remember what it was? I wrote something.
I remember reading something. I can't remember what it was though.
And you said, why did you feel like that? I think I was writing about when I didn't have some confidence or when I didn't feel like I was enough. And you said, why did you feel like that? And I think I shared with you about, like, if you're ever hurt or broken, things that you go through can cause your view of yourself to be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
make you question yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
But I said, I'm no longer there, but I was there at one time, even while we were together. But I know we have to be each other's biggest supporters as well. Cheerleaders. Like, I push him, he pushes me.
You're gonna be strong in some areas, and he's gonna be weak.
Exactly.
And y'all supposed
to. And I still know my place because I'm not his mom. I don't know it all, and I know, and I'm still learning when to be quiet.
You're the queen, though.
Yeah, but in that, because some people take that queen thing like, I run this and I do that. Now, when y'all come to the shop, I show off and cut up with him. I'll let him run his shop. I don't, he the head or whatever.
See, she said she let him. She lets him.
See, Dre, you starting it.
Power and words.
That's what I do.
Words.
You know what I'm saying? I
Power
shine light on the subject.
That's all. Shine light.
That's it.
When they found out they were cousins,
we got the same last name.
Our maiden name is the same. So I know there's something.
So they've been like cool as a fan.
Ever since then, for real.
But we're like Martin and not Gina Bell. Well, yeah, like Pam. Yeah. But I don't have buckshots. I wish you would. I wish you would. But so
she opened the door and I'd be like, "Get him, Ty, get him." He didn't do nothing, but get him anyway.
And to sum up what you said, life is so short, y'all. And when I say, I mentioned to y'all before we got on that I work for a funeral home. His sister has a funeral home, and I see so many spouses burying each other.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to be sitting there, and because we don't know how much time we have with each other, like, we try and make it rock. Like, we want it good. We want to experience, like, have great experiences, so whether it's just a ride around town, we hold hands, we getting along, or whether it's something big, events or whatever, like, we just not trying to be at each other.
Right.
And you know what else help us really stay gelled? Seriously, this is serious. See, I always look at it from a biblical perspective. So, and I think what God trumps in everybody's life is having order in your life. You know what I mean? So I always use this. I always said, where you sleep at, if the good Lord take the roof off your house, can he see order in ourself, in the bedroom, in the refrigerator? Can he see order? Any messiness, he can't bless messiness. So it starts with us. It starts with us. So each one of y'all wake up in the morning, make sure order's in your heart, make sure order's in your household. That spells peace.
Oh, the biggest thing that I took from that just now is when you said the refrigerator. because that just talks about how detailed you have to be. Everything in every aspect of your life, even to the way that you eat, the things that you consume, and
how your plate is prepared.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's a healing. You know what I mean?
Make somebody feel good at the time.
Yeah. So we dance around the house. We dance with each other. That's a plus.
You got video?
That's dope.
You got video around?
Man, I got a video of him. He put a suit on and a hat, and he started coming dancing.
Michael
Sent from
Jackson.
Heaven.
No.
Sent from Heaven song by Keisha Cole.
Did you on your phone?
Did you put that on Facebook?
That sound more like room
He
yeah. You know all those details.
You only know all that. But role playing ain't a bad thing.
Orange Juice Jones.
Did you put that video on Facebook?
I didn't. No,
Can you?
No, I could, but I'm not. Because you know what? Even in that, we have some of the best moments, and we don't post it. Sometimes we don't even capture it, and then there are times I'll capture it, but I don't post it.
Everything ain't
because
right.
everything ain't for that.
She know not to post
you
it.
want to keep to yourself.
Listen, we in a time, we ain't in high school. Remember
I'm so glad
in
you said
elementary
that.
we had show and tell. That's what it seems like to me. I'm not saying it's wrong to share some things if you're traveling, happy anniversary, birthday, but some stuff,
She know how I am
it's
too.
just too much.
She know how
You
I
don't
am.
even got no social media, do you?
I
He
do
has it,
and I
but
don't.
he locked out it. He don't know his password.
He that old, yeah.
Man, look,
Learn that trick too.
I don't. I'm on there, but I'm not on there. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, y'all don't get caught up in that. It can tear your relationship up,
It
and
can.
it's so
It's
time
ridiculous.
consuming. And like I'm like, we can be getting some stuff done, and if I have a chance,
Right.
I might go in there 5 minutes, and I'm out. Like, yeah, I have a podcast. Me and my cousin, It's Rare Talk, and I might go in there to comment, reply, but I don't putting all my time in there anymore because I have projects I'm working on, things we're working on, and I love playing with our grandbabies. I love just holding his hand and we just in each other's company talking. Now he cooks 85% of the time, but I'm in there with him. I'll get the seasons
Just
out.
passing through.
I pass through. I come and dance
Joe.
behind you, grab you.
They ain't enough season salt.
See,
You cook the
but
most.
Rel,
Yeah.
it
I love
works.
it, man.
It's a beautiful thing. I ain't gonna change it. Why is that? It's good food.
I love it, man.
It's a good time. I don't want to. I'll help.
I can tell he can cook by the way he talk about what he cooked.
Oh yeah, he can.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Man, Dre, let's
Yeah.
let out here some
Man, I
asparagus,
ain't
boy.
playing,
You cook.
boy.
I don't cook 85% of the time, but I'm the better cook. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't do that comparison.
He about to get beat up.
Hey, let's get Ruthie in here so we can
No.
we can settle this.
No. Call the cops first, because she gonna beat him up. As soon as she hear that, that's a fight.
I would cook a lot more if I had the time, but I stay too busy. I can't. I don't have.
But you the
I
better
don't have
cook?
time. I am the better.
I'm gonna tell her what you said.
She here. She going here.
Where my phone
I'll
at?
tell her. I'll tell her myself. She already.
Who my
Now,
phone
I
at?
wanted to have this conversation on the show.
Oh, yeah.
In the next episode, we gonna bring Ruthie in here. We gonna
She's not gonna tell you.
yo.
She might come with that jersey.
Y'all should have a cook-off
It's
on the
something-
show.
It's something
Oh, that'd
that
be
she can
fun.
cook
It
that I
would be
can't-
fun.
You know that I can't fool with. Like she fries chicken better than me and all of that kind of stuff. Like she bakes better. Than
Oh,
me.
look, we getting
Man,
closer and closer to the truth now.
When it comes down to the
He breaking
detail,
down.
Yeah.
Breaking down.
Y'all should do
Her
that.
steak is outstanding. She make the best steak in the world. You know what I mean?
Y'all
That's-
should do
that's a-
that.
that's
Y'all
a-
should
that's
do a
another
cook-off
one. Yeah.
on the show.
He said
She
nothing
don't.
about what he makes better though.
That'd be
You
cool.
notice that?
Everything else.
Everything else.
That'd be
I
cool.
put the right. I put the right amount of milk in the cereal. You know.
Hey, yo,
man.
we might have something like that for Father's Day. Like we plan on having something serious for
Yeah,
Father's
yeah,
Day, yo.
Have something on the table. Don't know who's.
To taste it. Okay.
So I understand that you're starting your own nonprofit organization.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
talk about that a little bit.
Of course, we can't get away from youth, so I'm helping him and our oldest son, launch that. So I'm like in the background helping them because listen. There is free money out there for us, y'all. So
Yes, it
I'm
is.
trying to learn how to get it, which I've been on all kind of trainings and Zooms, so I can help people get money that they don't have to pay back because loans are not the way.
You could be
So-
helping me soon.
Yeah, sure. And I'm really so serious. Haven't I, babe? I've been on all kind of
Yes, she
Zooms. He's
has.
like, babe, what you doing? I'm on another Zoom. I'm taking
Yeah.
notes because note takers are money makers. That's what I was told. So,
Right, yeah.
But yeah, so they're gonna target youth and they're gonna hone in on some things, helping them find their purpose as well as that skill set that can put some money in their pockets.
Walk us through the process of starting it. Like,
Well, you got to have your name, your logo, mission statement, your bylaws. You get your business bank account.
That's what we're doing right now.
What you're actually going to do. And then basically is you're letting their funders know what you're going to do with the money and what impact. It's all about your impact, who you are, who you're serving, and what your impact is going to be. And that's how you get your money.
Right.
So what is your impact for this foundation?
So their impact. So it's his and my son's, being I work for one.
What is it called?
Ready Academy.
And what does it stand for?
His acronyms,
Right.
which is ready, energy, effort, attitude, drive, determination, yearn. So he has that trademark, and that's what his book is.
You've had that for a while, because I feel like years ago, me and you spoke about that. Yes, I remember that.
I remember when he was showing me on the notepad.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And see, going forward, I think it's crucial because anytime we go get some funding or something like that, they see my longevity been putting in this. So it's not no accident. I wrote a book. I got a song. I got a curriculum.
Yeah, that's right. I remember the song. Yeah.
I haven't even put it out. Still sitting on it.
It's on your website, though.
What's on the website?
Yeah.
On the website.
Who's the producer?
LiveReady.info. Drake probably LiveReady.info.
What kind of activities are y'all looking to do with the youth?
Well, I like bike restoration, painting, sketching. See, what I do was I be coming up with word sentences, and I want to be putting them on with them tripod things. I want to put them on them, and then maybe get 10 or 15 kids come in and they get the phone out their hand, get some pencils in your hand, and then videotape that and tell them what this word is, and then that image is gonna say a million things. So somebody else see it, like, man, this kid over here, he's sketching these words. I can be anything.
So that's his that's activity.
It's activity. You know,
You're actually going to incorporate prevention.
Oh yeah,
which is violence prevention. And the reason why I asked about the conflict resolution is because, we want to bring in, they'll be able to bring in someone to help kids that whether they want to get into boxing or just learning the self-control, discipline that you were talking about. So it's going to be, they're going to have like life skills, athletics, health, which we gonna need somebody for that. We want the kids to grow their own food, learning how to survive off the grid when things shut down. Like, yo, oh, that's literacy.
Less literacy.
Yes, they're gonna have financial literacy.
That's very important. I think with a lot of things with the youth is they're dealing with a lot of financial issues at home and things of that nature. Even with the parents, with mismanaged finances or just not having the money coming in, kids not getting what they need and what they want. So it's good that we can start with the youth with teaching them financing and teaching them how to manage things, how to make money, legally.
That's right.
Because that's the society that we're coming in now. These kids are making a lot of money on computers and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So it's kind of get them, try to get them to jump on that, as opposed to just thinking that when you get out of school, the first thing you got to do is fill out a Walmart application or a food service application, because that's what the youth look for first. And get out of school and get a job, anything like that, but don't know that they can start earlier than that with learning financing and learning about stocks and
exactly. I was going to mention that.
Right.
So him and our son, they're going to run, and I think they're going to start with males and focus on the males. But yeah, I know they'll probably have them out fishing and stuff like that. But yeah, so definitely the prevention, the athletics and health, and the financial literacy. Those are the main things they're going to focus on. Yep.
You're saving lives.
Yeah.
You're saving lives.
Yep.
Man.
I told you, do stuff like that, man. The God shows favor, man. Extend your life. And he basically, you think about it, God's in a spiritual realm, so to get something done in the flesh, he need us. Right. He need people. He need us.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, he need more people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
And it's
a lot of more, negativity than positivity now.
Yeah, exactly. And then the positivity is so popular. So that's the thing, it's ridiculous. So it's amazing having people like you all, being such amazing examples.
I appreciate that.
Try. Thank you all so much.
Yes.
We need more outreach in the community. We need more, that's what we need to focus on the youth, You can't, what's the saying that it's easier to
raise, what is it? Something about broken men? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
I can't remember the exact word.
It's easier to
rings so true.
Something I forgot than to fix broken men. But I forgot what the part is before that.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah. So that's what we're doing, and no way do we have it all together. We still growing as well and learning.
Those things take time.
It does.
Strong,
I used to work with I worked with Salvation Army for a long time.
That's right.
And I know even with Salvation Army and with DCTC, I think it was.
Yeah.
DCTC in Cambridge, we're working with them. I know how long it takes for grants to come through,
Mm-hmm.
for them to get certain things, certain paperwork. Maybe like
I'm still waiting on 2 of them.
in order, and rightfully so, because you see a lot of organizations mismanaging funds.
Yep.
And using, the funds for personal gain and stuff like that. So, rightfully so, but sometimes you gotta, like you said, you gotta jump through so many hoops.
You do. So what you want to do is find ways to raise funds. What's going to be your annual? Like you can have annual things that which they'll have. Like the nonprofit I work for, we have annual fundraisers, and then they have like Fun Friday. And that's something a lot of nonprofits have, where organizations will give on a Friday. But you have 3 types of grants. The corporate are the most easiest ones because they don't take long. They don't ask for a whole bunch. And then you got your local and state. They're going to ask for a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And the federal, which are them big, those are the big grants, like millions. Those take a lot. They want to know. They want to see everything. Right. But yeah, you want to have a good trail of paperwork. Have your stuff together. But there are a lot of startup funders as well.
Do you need what's the things you got about 501c3 or 5?
Yes, yeah. If you want to be 501c3, and then a lot of people are just LLC status as well.
Really?
You can get funds.
Nonprofit with just LLC.
So
because I got a couple LLCs I started.
You did? Well, even if you don't go to nonprofit status, you can still get funding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got an LLC too. So.
Yeah. So you want to have your like I said, you want to have it filed and registered with your state, and you want to have your mission. What's your mission? Is who you are, who you're serving, and what impact you're either going to make now or you plan to make. Okay. Those are the main things. And have that business bank account and have that business plan of what you're trying to do. And then your vision is the future. That's your future, where you're trying to be. If you give them the vision and they're asking for what impact you can make right now, that could stop you from getting money. You need to let them know what impact you can make right now. Okay. And you can always share the vision later.
What kind of resources have y'all got? Like who else is helping you with this? Like have you got any pushback from anybody or any other?
No, we haven't got any pushback. It's all about networking. Listen, collaborating is the best. Partnerships are the best. And because they're still new, I know our nonprofit will help, but there are so many, like, man, connect. Don't try to be an island. Right. Don't feel intimidated. I mean, because there's so many people doing different things, but we're gonna need each other. Right. We're gonna have to come together for events and ideas. And trying to be an island is not gonna help.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
You plan on expanding in the future?
Oh yeah, no question.
Yep.
Yeah, no question. But see, I mean, that's what we working on from the business aspect. But I'm still over here trying to plan something on my own, so I ain't got to deal with that. I'm like Master P. I'm trying to sell something out my trunk, and my own little project. Something I can take on the move. Something I can take out. Rather than waiting on this, I'm trying to do something myself too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that keeps me motivated.
Right.
I got a plan too.
Yeah.
I got a plan.
I can tell. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm trying to fix a problem, man.
Yeah.
How
many of them do you have as far as the barbering apprentices? Like,
it's just me. I'm sole proprietor.
No, I mean, you're not teaching any of the youth, like.
Kids ain't gonna sit still, man.
No.
If they
got
want
a couple.
to.
My son really, he likes it, but he's in basketball, and I mean, if you don't come to me and tell me that's what you want to do, I'm not trying to hold you. I'm like, come on, try it. Just. Nah, I ain't got time for that.
All you gotta do is tell them every time you cut a hair, you can buy a new pair of Jordans.
Oh man, everybody here be chopped up, right?
That little bit of time I could put there, I'm putting on this. I've been working on.
I think they will eventually have a program for the older ones, like, because even some 20-year-olds don't know what they want to do yet.
Right.
So they definitely want to have where they're actually like an internship or something for the older ones, an internship. Yeah, learn some type of trade or something. Mm-hmm. But that's going to take a little bit of time. But right now they're going to focus on raising their funds and a kickoff.
Yes.
Actually, I got another question for y'all. Given the fact that your marriage is so strong and the fact that you all have been together so long, is that something that you're going to implement when with the kids? Teaching them the foundation and the basis of having a good and healthy and strong relationship.
Yeah, that's a must.
It's a must. Mm-hmm. As far as the black culture, we need this. We need that. We're gonna continue to survive. We need that.
Yeah. There's so many the kids that don't only have one parent, and It's a lot. Not that they can't do great things with the one, but yeah, anyway, we can be a great example or just share some truth. That's what we'll do.
But I mean, like the way you are going to be like actively showing them certain things, are you going to have like some sort of program in place that teaches them about relationships and things? And I know it's a little hard because things are different. Every relationship is different, but I think that there are certain values that you can attribute to any relationship. You know, respect, honor, things like that. You know,
I think we gotta look at self first. You know, we gotta. It's self,
important. Yeah.
Self, and then together we could be dynamic. You know, so it starts with self.
Yeah.
Well,
big.
I guess with the healthy relationships, when they get to that point, because I know we want them focused on overall health, but healthy relationships is a part of that. You know, the communicating and whoever you're gonna get involved with, like all that is important. Yeah, I think they'll implement all that. Like with them, I'm trying not to be like, you know, but I'm his support. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I think the best thing with teaching them about that, because it's too early to really teach them about. I mean, you can teach them about relationships amongst themselves and amongst their siblings and things of that nature. But just teaching them, like teaching the women to respect themselves, teaching the women to respect the boys, teaching the boys to respect the girls.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be the first thing to start at. You know, so once you get them to have that respect for each other like that, that just trickulates up the.
I would have one question that I would like teenagers and stuff like that that want to start on that level. I would ask them one question: what's essential? What's essential? You gotta know what's essential. Otherwise, you're gonna be spending money not where it's not gonna be going where it's supposed to, like finances. You gotta do that.
it's funny you said that. I just had a young man text me, "Can you get me a hoodie with essentials on it?" I kid you not. You see it has essential on it.
See what God does.
I kid you not.
I feel like y'all was trying to plug an ad here.
No, because that's not our brand.
See that?
Smooth the way that came up, you know.
But essentials, feel free to pay us.
Y'all been working together.
I wear all your hoodies. I need red, blue, green, gray.
I'll say this though, because
We sell them for $9.99.
y'all need to stop. I don't know nothing about the people. I don't have nothing with essentials on it. But I will say this. In every organization, everybody need to implement something. What you were just talking about with these boys and girls, because you best believe they're sending each other messages. They're sending pictures. They're communicating on these apps.
I'll be petrified to look through my kids' phone.
Listen,
I have to check them every now and then.
You better.
Especially my younger children.
You better.
Because a couple times I caught them
It's the devil's playground.
really inappropriate stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'll be so petrified.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I mean?
so much at their disposal. Like there are people preying on kids. Like we had a niece that went through something, and a gentleman had to end up being charged. Like it got that serious. Her dad had to get involved. But I'm telling them, don't go in there and letting people know your location,
And
where
they
you
so
at.
secretive. They secretive.
Yeah.
They secretive. The kids are secretive. They won't even talk to your parents.
Sneaky.
They don't. Yeah,
Thank you.
yes.
That's what
They're
it is.
so into the phones. You better get involved and see what apps they have, because some of them might look friendly. Even cartoons, they're pushing the agenda. Who are you? Change your gender, all that
I don't
stuff.
put my kids out there, but that's what I kind of caught them with. Is My Little Pony was getting down. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Tail, all of that twerking, all of that kind of My Little
See what
Pony
I'm saying?
twerking. I was like, what
See
you
that?
doing? And she was like, YouTube.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
what
lot
I mean?
on
Like,
there.
YouTube.
See that?
And we had
That's
to
crazy.
We had to put them on restrictions. I took her
Yeah.
phone for like almost a whole year because of that.
Yeah, you have to.
So I got a question. So if all this stuff is going on, how do we fix the problem when they creating the problem?
You talking about the government?
The government. They
Everything
creating
they
it.
putting out
I
there.
think the only fix is because you have to fix it from the inside. You have to fix it from your household.
Yep.
That's I was gonna say it goes
it.
full circle. That's what I was gonna say. Full circle. It starts from home.
And
Introducing your kids into making better decisions.
And-
There's nothing you can do.
That's
really,
right.
When it comes to information is there now.
That's right.
Right.
In
Yeah.
that age now. But if you teach your children just how to make better decisions,
Yeah.
hopefully, you know what I mean, you can prevent them from putting themselves into a certain situation or anything like that.
and being responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's starting out, they only know what they're introduced to
Yeah.
and what we allow.
Right.
Because if they showed off, he unplugging the game system, he taking the wires, he putting the remote. You know what I
You
mean?
know what I was threatening to do?
Hit that Wi-Fi
I'm
button.
telling you.
You know what I was threatening to do?
What's that?
Turn that
I was
off.
threatening to turn all the the power grid in the house.
I was like, babe, we can't be in the dark. Just take the wires out the system.
I was like,
everybody got to pay.
I want them to feel it. And I was going to do that and leave. Yeah, I was going to do it and leave. I was going to do it and just leave. Just to let them feel it, because they got to feel it.
Yeah.
To appreciate.
But accountability is huge.
That's key.
Stuff don't look right in the house.
Yeah.
Dishes in the sink.
You did it before you left
Exactly.
not last night, but the other night.
As soon as you click it off, your broom's moving.
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Clothes getting washed.
Yeah, and Chris, everybody's going through the same thing. Well, our boys are older now. The youngest one is 18, so he still can be a little lazy. He spoiled them, but
They gonna put it on me.
you did spoil him. You didn't say you
loving
didn't.
them, man. I just love
You
them.
was loving them. You loved them.
You talking about the state champion?
The state champion.
That's
Yeah,
what
he's
you
a
talking about.
spoiled. Yeah, he was spoiled.
He ain't got to wash no dishes.
Yeah, he do. Yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does.
Hey, I give all
champion in what?
I give them all
Football.
grades.
In football?
Oh, yeah.
What position?
All of them.
Yeah, he do everything.
Oh, yeah.
What you need him to do?
He's fine.
He
He's
in the
good.
concession stand, too.
Yeah.
No, he has
can be spoiled.
chores.
He can be
He's
spoiled.
spoiled, but
Just let him do
he still has to earn stuff. Like that's something one of y'all said. I meant that word. I missed that word when you were talking about. It was something you said about what can we do, and you have to get back to making them earn stuff. If you just giving them everything, then they have this entitled,
Right,
and they get
yeah.
mad that you take something.
Right.
Kids are different before you give them a phone and an iPad. Once they get that, their whole attitude and everything changes.
You know what I did? I got in my next little project. I don't want to put it all that there. Like I remember I was saying about the taking the roof off the house. So I got an area view of my house. So I'm giving them a grade on each area in the house. This is a report card at home.
He does grade
dope.
them.
I
He
like
does
that.
grade them.
I like that.
No, seriously.
Oh, hold on, Ty.
Implement that in my system.
You get a grade. You make the bed up. Okay, you get an A in this area. Okay, when you're in this area, what kind of participation are you doing over here with the dog at? What are you doing in the kitchen? What are you doing in all these other areas? So you can have an A over here and C, E. So ultimately you're failing.
He did bring
But
that
check
up.
this out. The reason why I said this is because I've labored to have what I have.
Yeah.
I've labored.
Exactly.
I've labored. So I will be doing injustice if I don't have them prepared to take care of what I labored for.
Right.
True, man.
Because
That's
if they don't really understand the ramifications of this when I'm out of here, you're gonna lose it right back through the system. You back in the cycle.
Yeah.
So it's our job to be responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came home one day
man.
and he had redid the kitchen. He had my mom had to write what she seen. I had to write what I saw. Everybody had to write what they seen when they walked in the kitchen. I kid you not. I kid you not.
Yo,
It
I'm
was
gonna tell you
so
something. You may be the queen, but that sounds like a king to me, right there.
He's the king.
Thank you.
Rightfully
Thank you.
so.
I thought I went hard on the kids.
Nah. Rightfully so. He is king,
Nah.
and I love that though. That's like yes, go baby.
That's
go
what we've
do
gotten
your
away
thing.
from, for real. Like
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what we had when we was growing up. Like, you know.
But come back.
If we don't do what we need to do with the youth, it's like
What's my
what
saying?
do we? He always says,
If we don't do what's necessary,
yes, we fail,
the kids
lose, we fail, game over.
Yes, in that order.
What will be the future if we don't do what we need to do that's necessary for what will it look like? Who gonna be operating on? Who's gonna be the police, the teachers? Like it's really a mess now.
Yeah, it is.
It really is a mess now. So.
Especially where back home where I'm from in DC. It's terrible.
I know. I'm reading about DC and Philly all the time.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't even talk about Philly for real. Good God.
Hear about a child getting caught in gunfire.
Yeah, they carjacking like crazy.
It's
Just
heartbreaking.
all kind of stuff.
It's heartbreaking.
Really crazy.
We need moms like that one doing the Freddie Gray stuff, and she snatched her son up. Remember?
yeah.
That's we need.
Yeah,
you gotta snatch him up.
Yep.
And it's not about beating him. Charge her for what?
When she smacked them all up in front of them.
Listen,
That's
she
crazy.
might have just saved somebody's life by
Exactly.
snatching up
Hey,
her
Joe Rock,
son.
what we used to say to each other all the time.
Don't say cram. That's dumb.
No, Gerald don't know about that. Well, come on, Dre, fill me, help me out.
We the last ones.
Oh yes, we top of the food chain right now, Jack.
We the last ones, y'all.
Yes, sir. This is it. This is it. Whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna be on our watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got confidence in this generation.
Man,
Boy,
Man, look at
you
here.
the only one, yeah.
No, I do have
There's
confidence.
some real bright minds in this generation
There's a
really
few.
old kids out there that's really making some moves and really they just not standing for anything.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
I love the path that they're on.
There's
If
a
we
few.
can get away from just social media
Yes.
dominating everything and us being
My
so
thing is
influenced
it's not
and
that
kids
many.
being so
It's not that
influenced by
many.
Whatever they push out there.
Yep.
It's not that many.
I think it's like you said earlier, they've been privileged to way too much information, way too fast.
Way
Too
too,
fast.
it's going to speed them up.
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah.
speed them up. And if somebody don't have something constructive for them to some kind of guideline, some kind of path, yo, they're going to be out there.
Yeah, you know what? Even and I know everybody isn't big on the Bible and Scripture, but there's a part of the Bible that says, the Scripture in the Bible that says, generations will become weaker but wiser.
Yep.
And it's wiser not in the sense of
Yes.
having not in the sense of being
Spiritual.
like wisdom, but being privy to information.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
So you get all of this information, but you don't have the wisdom to process it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and
That's
that's
what we
where we
are.
are now. It's
Yep.
too much information,
You ever
no
see
wisdom.
like a cartoon where someone wants all the power and then how they defeat them is they overload them with so much power until they explode. That's what's going on.
Thanos.
That's it.
Too much information. at
He
one
said
time.
cartoon. He talking about Pinky in the brain.
Yeah, and
That's the same thing that-
out there. Your brain can't handle everything.
That's the same thing that Thanos went through too. Remember, Thanos and
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Avengers.
Even though it wasn't a cartoon, but it's something similar, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, boy.
But yeah,
Too much information.
yeah, too
It's
much
a lot.
information and not enough wisdom, man. It's
Be overload.
it's dangerous.
Now, don't get
It
me
is
wrong.
dangerous.
I love being able to Google anything because I
Yeah.
be needing it. I be needing
Right.
it. I be needing Google.
Yeah, but you aren't one of these impressionable children, though. You are already a grown man, established,
You have
responsible. Exactly, discernment.
Yeah.
You're accountable. You're a great father. You know, you have everything that you're supposed to have. These children, that's the problem.
And you know what's funny? I had a homeboy came to the barbershop today. And he's like, "Man, Rock, what am I doing, man?" I said, "My daughter, man, and she's still in school, but she's dating this guy that's out of school." And they was like, he said, "Man," I said, "Man, I'm gonna show you what I text him." And he going through it right now. He is going through it. Now he's always been there, but they bucking. They going against what he's trying to protect her, and they gone. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You're trying to protect them, and they want to do their own thing.
And then you can't
that's
just
crazy.
let them go, you know what I
And
mean?
it's a little girl.
You have
don't
to.
want to, you know what I mean? Especially
You have
as a
to, though.
girl.
That's terrifying. though.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Because you hear
It's
about them missing, the
terrifying.
girls go missing,
Yes.
stuff like that, and
That- right.
disappearing.
Situation.
Yeah.
Everybody's going through
But-
that situation right now.
Think about it though. When we were their age, we did the same thing.
But now the devil playing for keeps, Jack.
Yeah, that's true.
Playing for keeps right
You
now.
like rebel?
Some,
like rebel?
yeah, like it was parents that tried to tell us stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, I had no babies, and we come home with a baby. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we learned, though. You know, we learned from our experiences, and
We got back
It's-
on the
it's-
right path.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these
Yeah.
kids, man,
that's
they
true.
not built
But
like
as
us.
much as it's easier to just listen to the person, they don't ever listen.
Right.
And they go on their own path thinking that they're going to do something different than trillions of people have done throughout history. You
And it's
know what
gonna
I
be
mean?
different
Like,
for them.
But you know what else?
Yeah.
They missing two things that we had:
what's that?
morals and respect.
Oh my God, yeah.
They missing morals and respect.
Yeah, because even when we did our stuff,
Good
we
Lord put
still
an
had
X
it.
on that. You know, in the Bible, if you disrespect your mom and parents, and they want what's better for
Your
you,
days is
Your
numbered.
days are shortened.
Yeah.
there it is, right there.
My best advice for your homie, for your friend is that, you know, my motto right now is that, you know, and I got 7 kids. You know what I mean? Most of them avoided troubles or anything like that. Most of them avoided trouble. I do got one that's incarcerated. You know what I mean? But I just go by, like, you know, you can teach them everything that you know and try to teach them to be as responsible as possible. It's still their decision when they
Choices.
go
Yep.
outside those doors.
They're going to choose their
Yeah.
own path.
Decision. And then whatever as long as you teach them that it's consequences behind your actions,
Yep.
that's all you can do.
Yeah, yeah,
and you gotta live with that.
True.
Yeah,
If it's one of those situations where you wasn't there and then your child goes through something and you tend to say, well, maybe I could have did something to change their perspective on things or anything like that. But
Right.
as long as I know I was there for mine and I did everything in my power to teach them good decision making and responsibilities and things of that nature, whatever they do outside of there, it's nothing.
Then you can't blame
you can do.
yourself.
As for mine,
As hard as it is
I'm
to
demanding it.
Yeah.
I'm demanding it.
Yeah.
As for mine,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, I hate to do this, but I should have been going 21 minutes
we can
ago.
close out.
Oh, you got to bounce.
We can close out.
Oh, okay. I was just about to get up and leave. I was going to give hugs.
Boy, y'all say y'all do what y'all just gonna start and cut off whenever.
All right, I'm done.
Go ahead and plug y'all foundation again real quick while we're here.
What's the foundation? I'll just say
It's
my
your-
website. My website is liveready.info. You can go on there and book me, liveready.info.
Yeah, his book is on
Liveready.info.
Amazon.
My book is on
Ready.info.
Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, his book
Get
is
the
called
information
Ready.
from it so I don't misspell anything.
Yeah, it's a short booklet that he has, but it's very powerful because it touches on husbands, wives, children, whether you're single, family. Yeah. So
You say it's on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Okay. I'm
Yep.
gonna get that link and I'm going to get it today.
Not only get
Yes.
that barber money, boys, just adding to it, man. Just adding to it.
That barber money.
$50 a haircut.
How much?
$150.
Oh, I ain't going there.
Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
And anything that you want to plug too?
Just appreciate you all allowing us to come and share, and that's the confirmation, babe. The
Yes.
couples, yeah, the couples. But y'all, life is but a vapor, and it's so short. Like let's live, celebrate life. Let's do what we have to do to save our youth. Be great. Like it's gonna be detrimental, and it's kind of like a slap in the face of God if we don't bring out the greatness that He's put in us in this earth. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, we can't get the time back.
Right.
So thank y'all.
Well, I want to thank you all for not only being guests, but everything that you're doing in the community.
Yeah.
You all are heroes.
Yeah.
You really are. You're heroes. You're saving lives. You are creating generations of greatness.
Right.
Thank you.
Appreciate
You know,
that.
yeah.
That inspired me to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets tough because you want to see results right now, and sometimes you might not hear about it till later, and those are beautiful times.
Yeah, you got to be patient. Right now,
Yep.
you're planting seeds, and everything that you're doing, your
Yeah.
experiences, all of that stuff is the water to the seeds. You know.
Once it gets old, it grows, it stays for a long
That's right.
time,
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah, yep. So you're doing right.
It's really a
Thank
plan
you.
that should be followed by a lot of people, everybody, pretty
yeah.
much. Like,
Yeah, anybody can benefit, not just kids. So, yeah.
it's not a lot of people that I know that have stuck together for that long and then doing so great
Right.
collectively and individually. You know what I'm saying?
Kept
So,
at it. Kept at it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all are inspiration to me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's work. It's what you make it. That's what the podcast is. What you make it is what you make it. Like it is what you make it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
the
wait to see
queen
y'all's
make it.
podcast.
Thank you.
With the queen make it.
You said with the
I'm gonna
queen.
close it out on that. What the queen said, that's what it is. The queen.
And we can end right there on that note.
You know
Y'all
what I'm
be
saying?
blessed.
Thank y'all for watching, man. Do all the stuff that they tell you to do. We begging for your attention. Comment, like, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Share.
See you all on the next pod.
Share.
Be safe. Teach your kids how to wash dishes.
Teach yours how to wash yourself.
I told them. They know.
He said, I told him.